Okay. What interests, hobbies should a person have if they're wanting to pursue this career?
Um, Engineers are typically tinkerers, or so there's various types of engineering. I happen to be a mechanical engineer, so it pays to fix your car or work on your bicycle. But the same thing would apply if you're like you want to be in computer engineering or something like that. It would pay then to fiddle around on your computer with software or programming, or same like an electrical engineer might be interested in building little gadgets or something
Yeah.
like that.
What is the most challenging part of your career?
Um, Challenging part of my career. So it's kind of interesting that you would think that as a young engineer, you think working on technical problems is the most challenging thing, but typically it's people problems. Working with people and maneuvering and getting approval for projects and working with people on accomplishing those projects and things like that tends to be the most challenging thing to make stuff happen.
Okay. What is the most rewarding part of your career?
Um, I think accomplishing, seeing things go from
Yeah.
not so good to improvements. So that's what I work on, is continuous improvement activities and seeing people learn, and also seeing people, seeing activities go from, improve, and seeing things get better, and people being happy with new processes.
What happens in a typical day in your position?
I don't necessarily have like a typical day. I do a lot of I do a lot of variety. So today I actually conducted a improvement activity where we were trying to figure out how to improve our quality, and so I walked a group of 15 people through a process to figure out how we can improve quality here in the town, in the plant. And other days I might do training, or other days I might work on just work on paperwork kind of thing. So it
Yeah.
varies from day to day.
Are you happy with your career choice?
I think so. I'm probably have the right temperament for an engineer, and happy with what I've been doing. So yeah.
What skills are required to do your job?
Um, there's basically for an engineer. It typically takes um, skills in the area of you need to be good at math and science, and be handy. It helps to be, like I talked about. It helps to be able to be a hands-on person, but then also you also need a lot of um, people skills to be able to work as a team member, and work with people to accomplish things.
What preparation or education was required for your position?
To basically bachelor's in mechanical engineering is what I did. Went to Purdue, and then I also went and got an MBA, which was a helpful thing for my career. So, master's in business.
Where did you receive your schooling or training?
At Purdue.
Is there and was there an opportunity for promotions in your field?
Yes. So you kind of start off as a junior engineer, and and then you work on more. Then you can become a senior engineer, working on more projects, and then I become a manager, and so I kind of worked my way up into various roles.
Locally, what is the opportunity for employment for this career?
Um, there's and there's Crown and Minster Machine and St. Mary's needs people and Honda and Van Wert and there's quite a few. I used to work at Huffy Bicycles way back when, but they're shut down now,
Yeah.
obviously. But
If you could go back and redo something as it pertains to your career, what would that be and why?
ooh, good question. What would I redo? I might become more. So I started off as more of a product engineering guy, and I might have decided to be more of a manufacturing engineer. The other thing is I probably would have gotten maybe some experience in frontline, being a frontline leader, being like a supervisor.
What is the range of pay from starting out to nearing retirement for someone in your position?
Starting engineer, I believe now makes $40,000-$50,000 a year, and then a senior engineer would make in the 120,000 dollars.
What benefits, insurance, vacations, etc., are offered to someone in your position?
You typically get health insurance, and which is very important, and to understand. Vacation is typically starts off at 2 weeks when you first start off, and then I think here you get 3 weeks after 5 years, and I have 4 weeks after 15, and 5 after 20. So if you work somewhere longer, and does that it benefits?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Typically manufacturing has pretty good benefits.
What kind of impact does your career have on your personal and social life?
I get satisfaction from the stuff that I do, and one thing I have is I end up traveling a lot. With my particular role, I work with a bunch of different factories in different parts of the country, and so that can be a kind of a positive to go see different places, and a little bit of a negative on the family when you're gone for a week at a time. So
What advice would you give to someone looking to pursue your career?
um, I would give an advice to, if you want to become an engineer, on the um, to get involved in some type of hands-on type of activity that you are interested in. Like if you're a computer engineer, to get involved in computers, or if you want to be a mechanical engineer, to get involved on a race team or something like that. And something to get some hands-on activity and some experience in that area.